Hello, fifth graders. Welcome to our fourth online reading lesson. Today in reading, our learning target is I can find the main idea and supporting details in a nonfiction text. The materials you'll need for this lesson are your physical notebook to take handwritten reading notes in and access to the YouTube video called Ready New York, NYC in an Emergency. This YouTube video is linked on your Google Classroom, so take a second, pause this video, and get all of your materials ready for reading and resume when you are ready to go. We already learned in our past reading lessons that nonfiction books can sometimes be pretty tricky. And one of the ways that nonfiction can get tricky is that it becomes pretty difficult to find the main idea. Sometimes the main idea is hidden. Sometimes there's multiple main ideas. So today in reading, I'm going to teach you one strategy, one way to find the main idea in a nonfiction text when sometimes it's not so easy to find. So here's the strategy. One way you can find the main idea is by first taking notes on details in the text. So that means instead of right away trying to identify the main idea, start smaller by looking at the details. What we are going to do today is watch the YouTube video, Get Ready NYC, to take notes on details. So I'm going to watch it and you're going to watch it. And while we watch it, I want us both to take notes on things and details that we see or learn about in this video. The video is only about 1.5 minutes long, so click over to YouTube, watch the video, and while you're watching the video, take notes on any important details that you see or learn about. You may resume my video when you are done with that work. So now we're going to read through the notes that we took on this video to ask ourselves, how do all of these details connect? So again, the strategy is to take notes on what you notice or important details and then find ways that those details connect together to create a main idea. So let's look at the notes that I took. I wrote that from the video I learned that New York City has been hit by a lot of disasters such as tornadoes, power outages, hurricanes, and snowstorms. I also noted when the video said that New York City has 8 million people, making it the most densely populated city. I also noted when the video said that weather extremes have been on the rise. So I could have taken a lot more notes. I could have added more details, but these things I think are all really important. And to me, they're all kind of connecting together to form a main idea about the video. So looking at all my notes about how many people there are, about how New York City has been hit by a lot of disasters and weather extremes and natural disasters have been on a rise. All of these connect to make me think that New York City has a high chance of having some sort of disaster strike. So I'm going to say that because of all of the notes and all the details I gathered, I'm saying that they all connect to prove one main point. And the main point I think that the video is trying to say, and that I'm gathering from all these details, is that New York City has a big chance of being impacted by some sort of disaster or emergency. By a disaster or emergency. And so the video wants us, or New York residents, to be careful because of all of these details they add together to say, hey, this city, because of all of its people and all the natural disasters that have impacted us in the past, this city has a big chance of being impacted by a disaster emergency again. So the strategy again was to watch the video, take notes, and then ask yourself, how do all these details connect to form a main idea? This note-taking strategy is called boxes and bullets. In this strategy, you write the main idea in the box and list supporting details in the bullet points. So for your independent reading activity today, your job is to find the main idea of your nonfiction book and support it with details listed in bullet points. Now let me show you exactly how I want you to set this up in your notebook. All right, so again, this is called boxes and bullets. So to set this up in your notebook, you're gonna draw a box, and in that box, you're eventually gonna write the main idea. The bullet part of boxes and bullets mean bullet points. So each bullet point is gonna be a detail. And so what you're gonna do is read a nonfiction book. This can be a new book. This can be a book you've already began reading. Maybe this is even an internet article. And you're going to take notes on different important details that you read or learn as you continue making progress through this book. So you're going to take notes. And then after you're done reading and taking notes, you're going to ask yourself, how do all these connect? So you're going to look at all your details and ask yourself, how do these all connect to one central main idea? And then once you find that pattern, once you figure out how they're all related and how they all connect, you can write your main idea in the text box or in the box up there. Just remember, sometimes in nonfiction, a book might have more than one idea, or the main idea might be hidden. So remember to use all that you know to try to take notes on these details to find the main idea of your independent reading book. So just to recap, today we learned about finding the main idea and supporting details in nonfiction books. We can do this by taking notes on important details and then asking ourselves, how do these all connect to form one main idea? Your independent reading job today is to grab a nonfiction book and take notes on the details to find a main idea. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about today's reading work, shoot an email to your teacher and they will be quick to help you out. Good luck and have fun reading.